That's Leah here. Back at it again with another live stream. And in this live stream, I'm just gonna yap like usual about people because that's what I guiltfully do. Now, it is actually interesting because I've been, a lot of people have been kind of sort of complaining. And I guess it's mainly the people that really don't actually matter to me. They actually turn out to be, like, crazy, and it's kind of upsetting, honestly. People who I thought I could trust. Well, see, number one reason why I always talk about people and, it always being so negative. I mean, it's not always negative, though. There's been some positive things. I can't always be positive or negative because I don't want people to expect me to be one way or another. I want to be real. I want to be me. Admittedly, sometimes I feel like, maybe I'm being too negative or being too positive. Those are two things can be true. I don't want people thinking that I'm too negative or just a drama queen, which would really piss me off. That might be true, but shut up. But I also don't want to be always so positive because then that'll be the expectation. I want to be real. I want to be me. People can either like it or not like it. That's just their opinion. I don't think I'm meant to be liked by everyone or disliked by everyone. The people that matter will come into my life one way or another. So, that's numero uno. Wait, somebody just commented, and I'm curious on what they said. Hold on, people. Hold your horses. Hello. So that's number one. That's like the thing with me is I just don't want to be fake like a lot of people are. Like, if you don't like me, get out of here. Just keep on scrolling. There are far more better people than me anyway. Like, come on. Holy crap, there's a lot of comments. Holy moly. Hello, what's happening? Thank you. Thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm sorry, y'all. I am just yapping, because that's what I do. But if you do enjoy my yapping, please subscribe. I do this all the time. Anyway. Thank you. So many of you already. And we've only just begun. If only all of my streams were like this. My hair is actually kind of messy right now. Let me fix this. If I can. Let's see here. I don't exactly know how to properly use this brush, to be honest. I will say that maintaining like certain hairstyles is not my cup of tea, even though I do try. I try to look my best, but sometimes I flunk. I do the flunkies. Amazon. You gotta love Amazon. Most of my stuff is from Amazon. I try. Thank you. Thank you guys. Anyway, back to my yapping. So yeah, I don't think I'm meant to be loved by everyone. Of course, that would, if I were meant to be loved by everyone, I would have some interesting moral compasses. I mean, everybody has a different moral compass. Everybody does. That would be so hard to keep up. Oosh. I would like have multiple personalities, and it's just not a good thing for somebody. Hi. So yeah, do I talk about people too much? I don't know. I sort of, to be honest, I really just talk about what's on my mind, and if it just so happens that certain people are definitely living rent-free in my head, admittedly, it's kind of sad. But sometimes I feel like it's good to air out your issues. Perhaps the internet is not the best place to do it, but if I do have a certain problem with somebody that's from the internet, oh, I just let it fly. I'm sorry, I do. I'm sorry. Hi. Thank you. Yes, I do have cats. Thank you. Like, I'm sorry, I say what's on my mind, and I care enough to use a little filter and some discretion and stuff, but, but I don't mind expressing my opinions and stuff like that. I mean, we all do that. We all have a right to, don't we? Unless y'all don't. I'll be sad. I feel like there are some countries that are like that. Yes, I remember you. It would be nice if I was respected by everybody and treated fairly and nicely by everyone. But see, that would be if we lived in a perfect world, which obviously we do not. So that sucks, definitely. Sorry guys, I was just moving my cords away from my vent. I've actually graduated, and everything. I work. I'm old. Yeah. I work. Oh, you guys are too nice. You know, it's interesting because, I work out of college. Never took in classes. Wanna why? Because I know my limits. I am not academically inclined. Let me tell y'all. I'm sorry, I'm just not. I'm not like. I'm not. However, somehow I graduated as salutatorian. I do have thoughts on that, honestly. And there are people I have expressed my thoughts on that too that definitely disagree with those opinions that I do have. But I don't like to talk about it, to be honest, because then people will be like, oh, you're so negative and all this stuff. Like, they'll give me this whole speech about how, yes, I deserved it and stuff like that. but I sort of go back and forth on it. All things considered, I know about the school I went to and whatnot. And my own capabilities, to be fair. Okay, bye. But yeah, back to what I was talking about. See, the issue that I feel like my fan base has with when it comes to talking about people is there are two things, or more than that. But see, number one, I've always talked about this YouTuber who used to be my favorite, but not so much anymore due to like personal issues I have. Not that he's a bad guy or anything, just kind of odd, weird, and he's a nerd. I don't have problems with nerds. I guess I just don't understand him. Like, I know he's doing a smart thing, an intelligent thing, but why and what is it sometimes? For example, the fact that, okay, I had eye surgery a long time ago, a specific eye surgery, LASIK surgery, for my left eye. You might notice that my eyes kind of look different. Yeah, eye problems galore. Yay! Anyway, so, long story short, LASIK surgery just for my left eye. I'm sure you guys have tons of questions about my eyes, and I don't want to answer them quite yet. I mean, I have answered some questions about my eyes in the past, but repeating the same information over and over again to different people gets annoying sometimes. And, I mean, it's not bad that you guys are curious about my eye stuff. It's just, I'm tired of talking about it. It's like telling the same story over and over and over again to different people. It gets annoying after a while. Hopefully you guys understand that. Hopefully you guys are good people. Yeah. So it does get quite annoying. I just looked at my notifications and realized that I really need to look at my messenger real quick. Oh, okay. Huh? Now? Oh, no, okay. I'm so confused, but alright. Now, when I talk about people, my issues with them could vary to, like, personal, to maybe professional, to whatever. It just depends on the kind of relationship I have with said person. Now, back to what I was talking about with MRI PET CT sorts. Great YouTuber, no question about it. Funny, so, kinda. Nerdy, yes, definitely. Very nerdy. Holy crap. It's actually absurd the amount of stuff he knows. And lack thereof. I say that because when I've asked him what his favorite Metallica songs he likes, or if he even liked Metallica, he said the most popular songs known to mankind. Like, I'm just, like, disappointed. Like, what about the album And Justice for All? You don't know that one? Literally, he said, Master of Puppets, which he called Puppet Masters. Like, come on, dude. Puppet Masters? We're talking about the one of the most iconic and famous songs. Like, come on, dude. And then he called, okay, let's see. He called Enter the Sandman, which actually some people do call it Enter the Sandman, which really disappoint me. Like, thumbs down for those people. That's like saying Pacific instead of specific, in my opinion. The song is not called Enter the Sandman. It is Enter Sandman. Come on, people. Get with the program if you're a Metallica fan. Sorry, I am a bit critical with when it comes to that for some reason. It's just, I love Metallica so much, and I will not let anybody disrespect them and their song names. I'm a mess, I know. Thank you guys for noticing. And let's see, what else did he say? Oh, Nothing Else Matters. By the way, that's the only one he actually got right. Shocking, not really, considering how famous that song is. Though that definitely vexes me. How can he get Master of Puppets and Enter Sandman, those titles, wrong? Oh, but Nothing Else Matters. See, that makes me angry. That makes me angry just thinking about it. And annoyed. Oh my gosh. MRI Pet CT Source, if you're watching this, you're annoying. No cap. I'll say it straight to your face if I was with you in person. You're annoying. Now, you might be like, man, what a bitch. Yep. Yes, I am. Anyway. Back to my interesting opinion on MRI Pet CT Source. I'm getting ahead of myself here because of the whole Metallica thing. That's just outright disrespectful. Oh my gosh. How could you get freaking Master of Puppets wrong and Enter Sandman wrong? Ugh. I bet if he were to say the song 1, he would have said 2 instead. That's what I think. That's my prediction. And Justice for All would be Justice. That's probably what he would say. Why would you say Enter the Sandman? That is so vexing. That is so vexing. Enter Sandman. I'm gonna go on about this for like an hour if I don't stop myself. Anyway, yeah, it totally bothers me that. And those are such cop-out answers too. Everybody loves Enter Sandman. Freaking Master of Puppets and Nothing Else Matters. What about the other ones? Oh, there's so many good ones. Well, name them! Actually impress me by showing your love for Metallica by not naming the most famous ones, most overplayed ones. Yes, I said overplayed. They're good, they're overplayed. Holy crap, Like, what about Blackened? Short Straw. Let's see, what else? Saint Anger. Any song from the 72 Seasons album. What about King Nothing? I mean, yeah, that one's popular, but not as popular as it should be. Listen, y'all, you have no idea how prepared I am. I could go on and on and on about this. I could. But see, I have to, like, tell Source how disappointed I am. Like, I bet he doesn't even know what Avenged Sevenfold is. Oh, that would piss me off. If he knew what Avenged Sevenfold is, and he would just say songs like, I bet he wouldn't even get the titles right. Oh, man. If I saw him in person, I swear. If I saw him in person. I don't even know why I'm so mad about this. I mean, I'm not really, but gotta show him how in disbelief I am. Anyway, see, back to the eye surgery thing. Normally, when you go through eye surgery and LASIK surgery and stuff like that, usually it is a simple procedure. Well, I can't really give any, like, intimate details. However, there's been, like, a time when somebody went through laser surgery but went blind. Okay? They went blind. And we thought, we were scared that was going to be the case for me. So you know how my right eye is hazel while my left eye is blue? Well, both of my eyes used to be hazel, actually. But because of the surgery, my left eye's blue. Now, that's usually a really bad sign. So we thought that I was going blind in my left eye. And I proceeded to text Source about this. You know what he did? I mean, I asked him to pray for me and stuff. You know what he did? Left me on red. He usually ignores me. Even on the important stuff. You know what that means? I'm not wanted. I'm not a priority. Not even in the slightest, which, well, I'm okay. But I thought that we were friends at least. Like, yes, I've done and said questionable things. But if we're really, I mean, why talk to me at all, I guess. It's just so confusing when you heart my comments and you respond to me on YouTube, but you don't even do that on your Instagram and stuff like that. When it's really important, maybe these are things I really shouldn't be talking about with you. But I thought we were friends. If I could talk to you about my seizure stuff, well, what's the difference? Now, there could be a possibility where he thought I was being dramatic. However, this was a serious fear. Serious. We didn't know how this surgery would affect my eyes. And, you know, the fact that my left eye is now blue instead of hazel, not a good sign. You're not really supposed to, your eyes aren't supposed to change color like that. So I realized. Now you could argue that that could be due to, you know, that could be a result, you know, of a number of things. But see, you're not, we've never, heck, I've never known a person to change their eye color through a procedure, like, period. Now, if you get prosthetic eyes, obviously that's by the way, you can get prosthetic eyes. Now, can you see out of them? I don't know, I've never gotten them. I don't think so. Someone I knew has gotten them before. I don't think it changes your vision. Gosh, I don't know. I think it's literally just meant to replace the eye. Just like any prosthetic, I suppose. I'm not really knowledgeable on those, by the way. I just know that they exist. I don't know. There could be actually, I knew two people that got a prosthetic eye, actually. Maybe three. I don't know about the third one. I know the third guy, he only had like one eye. I don't think he has gotten a prosthetic though. I could be wrong, but anyway, yeah, they exist. That is the short and sweet of it. They do exist. Now you have to go to a special place to get them. I don't really know what that would be. Also, I do not know the process of getting them. I would say that the doctor, your eye doctor, would be like, okay, you need this. Or like you could ask your eye doctor about it and see what the benefits are on those. I would ask. Not that it would benefit me, because I don't think it would. I don't know. That is actually kind of interesting. I would love to know more about prosthetic eyes. I actually recently talked to somebody about that, and he was like, they exist? That's a thing? Yeah, they are a thing. Prosthetic eyes. There's like any prosthetic thing, body part that exists, yes, those exist as well. But yeah, I suppose I am genuinely curious on the benefits on those. You know, one of the guys I talked to that has a prosthetic eye said that his glows in the dark, which I personally do not believe. I don't know what the benefit of that would be. Granted, I am not too knowledgeable on those. Shoot, him and I haven't spoken in like a long time, and last I remember we were okay. Like back at school, we weren't like, I don't think we were even friends. We were more like enemies. Granted, that was me. That was partly my fault. Oh, but knowing what I do know now, sorry. I need to like not get on that bandwagon. I need to not talk about it. It's interesting. Anyway, yeah, prosthetic eyes. They exist. Ta-da! You learned something new. Anyway, point being, I don't think a simple procedure would. In fact, I haven't known a procedure that could change your eye color like this one did. That usually means like something bad. What we've experienced, it means something is wrong. But for some reason, my left eye still has some vision. Like, it's not great at all, but I mean, I'm not totally blind in that eye. I still would have liked a simple, okay, I'm praying for you. Thank you for letting me know. I hope you're doing well. Something. But no, he left me on red. Now, I will say in his defense, yes, I was crazy. But see, when someone is going through things like this, usually they wish them well. And I didn't get that from him. I don't think I even told him that I had a second seizure. I don't think so. And if I did, he certainly did not care. Which, by the way, still no answers to why I have seizures. Which is kind of interesting considering what I know about my family and whatnot. One of my aunts had epilepsy. Like, this was my grandfather's sister. Surely. Plus, mine is, like, I don't get seizures by the typical epilepsy y'all are probably thinking. Like, I can look at flashing lights all day. Would not cause a seizure. It would really bother my eyes, yes, but, that's a usual thing. They just sort of happen and we do not know why. There have been all kinds of tests done and, all the tests they could probably do. Surprisingly, no answer. I don't know how this could happen and there not be an answer to it. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense at all. I mean, this is also something that lives rent-free in my mind. Like, how could this be? How could this be? With the advanced technology that we waste our money on, and yes, I said waste, because it really does seem like a waste. How do we not know? How do we not know? Guess what? Nobody can answer that for me. I think it's a huge money thing. Huge! Now, feel free to disagree with me on that. I'm sure any other country... Oh, here I go, getting political. I probably should just stop right now. I'm gonna stop there. But anyway, point being, we don't have the answers to it. And they're labeling it as that I have epilepsy. That's what they're saying. That's what they're calling it. I think that's kind of lazy. However, we're not getting any richer, and I mean, we can't just throw money at these people expecting them to just get smarter. Plus, I mean, gosh. So I have to make sure that I'm getting enough sleep. I have to make sure that, taking my medicine, which is, yeah. Now, I can miss a night's sleep. That is actually kind of surprising, considering. So I wonder what the issue is. Like, what exactly? Knowing what I know about myself, there are many possibilities. Like, I've heard that people can have seizures when they are, like, really stressed. Like, anxiety through the roof. And yes, I do have anxiety, that sucks. Although, the interesting thing, ever since my second seizure, I've been, let's see, it's been very, very rare, knock on wood, that I've had an anxiety attack. When I do have an anxiety attack, I've had them less often. Now, it could be because I have nothing to really worry about and be anxious about. That could be a factor. Though, thinking about life, really, Anyway, sorry. It's just that they're very significantly less frequent. Like, I don't even remember the last time I've had an anxiety attack since, I mean, maybe like, there was probably like 1 or 2 times. I've had one since the second seizure. Other than that, So it could be just due to anxiety, which I have so many questions about now. Yeah. Huh. Anyway, sorry. Hi. I'm just yapping, as per usual. It's just so interesting. Like, how things changed. How in the world did I end up like this, you know? There are times when I think about it and I'm like, how did this happen? How did this start happening in my life? Where in the world did this come from? I've had anxiety my entire life. My entire life. And like, now all of a sudden, boom, seizures, and if that's the case, which that's not highly, I mean, it's likely, but it's just, huh? Anyway, you know, and I find it hard to believe that these are flukes. Like, there's gotta be a reason why these things happen. It's a seizure. Usually there's a reason behind seizures. I just think it's interesting that, you know, I have them now, and we don't know why. We really don't know why. We can speculate. But we really don't know. Thank you. So yeah, I could go on a whole tangent about that one. Back to Source. I really loved Source. Really, really. But that was a problem. Which I'm sure made Source feel very uncomfortable, which is probably why he didn't want to talk to me in the first place. Yet, for some reason he did on YouTube? I don't know, maybe he was just trying to be polite and, you know, the friendship wasn't real after all. Or maybe it was real at first, but then I screwed it up, which makes sense. But see, even though, you know, he's so weird. And it's probably because he's from California. Yep, that's probably it. They come... Californians are so weird. I hope he's watching this. I really do. Oh, I love it. Anyway. Californians are weird. They are so weird. They are the weirdest of the weird. But that's a known thing. I say that. Not all Californians are like that. Wait a minute. No. No, I take that back. Never mind. Anyway. So yeah, I really, really loved Source so much. But the problem is, he didn't love me back. Not even in the slightest. So, that sucked. Oh well. I'm not really upset with that. Not really. I mean, okay, I think about it sometimes and I do get upset over it, but it's not something that, like, that's not the thing that troubles me the most. I realized that, hey, it's okay. But see, the thing that wasn't okay was him not wishing me well on the whole, avoid going completely blind in my left eye. It would have been awesome if he, prayed for me or something, but I don't think he did. He just totally ignored me. I think that's what happened. So, yeah. I mean, he left me on red. He saw the thing. He saw the message. You want to know how I know that? Because it said seen. It said seen. Why do I even bother? Why? It said seen. I've seen it. He's seen it. That really hurt my feelings. Really did. I will never forgive him for that. Never. I'm sorry, I just won't. That pissed me off so bad. I get it. I'm not always cool. But, you should care for somebody when they're going through a hard time. You should, show them you care or something. If, I was really your friend. That really hurt. I will never forget that. And if he did try to say something to me, I'll ignore him. Just like he ignored me. I will ignore him. If he's going through something and he just told me, I'll leave him on red like he did me. Not that he want to talk to me anyway. I will. I sure the hell will. Anytime I was going through something, he would just leave me on red. I know that's one of those things I've talked about with him. Well, I didn't really talk about it. Well, I mentioned it, but he left me on, seen, red, same thing. Doesn't care, not even in the slightest. you know, he could argue that he forgot, but, that's another thing. You don't just forget. If I was a priority, he would not have forgotten. No, you wouldn't. By the way, I'm doing just freaking dandy. I'm just doing what I usually do, which is not good, but, whatever. It's not like anyone cares, right? It's all good. This makes me so mad. So mad. Like, what are you doing, you weirdo? I mean, I'm weird, yes, but, like, I'm not, like, horrible. I'm not saying that that is a bit of a stretch. He's not horrible. It's just, I mean, that was horrible. That was wrong. Very wrong. Oh, shit. See, that's the thing. That is the thing. I have a problem with him. I was going through some tough stuff and never gave a damn. He just read about it, and just said nothing. He could have said some encouraging words. He could have made it known that, he cared. He never, nope, he just read. On read. It's disrespectful. It sucks because I still have all these feelings going on. I've even made the mistake of going back on his channel and looking at his videos, and I will make that mistake again. But you know what? I will not miss that. No, no, no. You ignore me, guess what? I'm turning my back on you. When I'm going through something serious and like dark or something bad, and I tell you about it, and you just ignore me, well, guess what? I'm gonna treat you exactly the same way you treat me. Exactly. I'll pick and choose when I want to talk to you. This is what you get. If you don't like it, well, too bad. Maybe you should not have treated me like that. I don't give a damn. You deserve it. Congratulations. I can't believe I find myself angry with Source, but, whatever. You failed me. You failure. In that sense, you are a failure. You're good at MRI, PET, and CT scanners, but you're not good with peopling. Although you try so hard, I can tell. That's why you're funny. That's why you try to copy, you try and do, what are they called? Trends. You try and try and try. Oh, but you fail. You fail. And you end up embarrassing yourself. guess what? I'm not so blind anymore. I see right through you. Right through you. And I do hope you are watching, Source. I mean business. I am as serious as a heart attack. Oh, and you would know about heart attacks too, considering your occupation. You work in, like, medical stuff, so, yeah. Anyway. Am I special? Wow. Are you special? Are you special? You're giving off I'm special vibes. I'm visually impaired, people. What do you want from me? Duh, I can't look straight, because guess what? I have eye problems. Thank you for noticing. You know, it's sort of like I've talked about that earlier on my stream. Of course I can't look straight. Wanna know something else? My eyes don't dilate. Yeah, they don't. Wanna know something else? 2 plus 2 is 4. You wanna know something else? The sky is blue. You know, it's interesting. Speaking of my eye issues, I've actually recently, well, I wouldn't say like real recent. It's been like a few weeks. Somebody from the gym, it was some elderly man. He asked me, Leah, is there anything they can do, like heal your eyes or anything? I said no. But you know what? If God wanted my eyes to be healed, He would have done it a long time ago. I know that I serve a purpose. The way I am serves a purpose. And you know what? Whatever that purpose is, I'm fine with it. I don't care. I wouldn't trade this life for anything in the world. I don't need to conquer it. I could just embrace it. Also, there's a notification on my phone. Oh, okay. Just my bedtime. Alright. Thank you, phone. Here we go. See, people act like having a disability. It depends on the disability, but they act like you can't do anything. No. You can still do stuff. I do stuff all the time. I go to the gym, I work, I do all these things. Yeah. I feel like I'm meant to inspire people, seeing that is what I typically do. How do I make a living? Let's see. I call up my transportation. Hey, transportation, take me to work. And I go there. But anyway, what I specifically do is I clean a college dining hall. And that is something people don't usually do, or usually like to do. I enjoy it. By the way, I impressed corporate somehow. I don't know how I did that. I don't even know how I got them to notice me. Anyway, that was the thing. This corporate source shows up like periodically throughout the school year in the dining hall. They just kind of make sure everything's like we didn't burn down the place or something. Heck, I don't know what they do. They're corporate. I don't know how I did that. They just do their thing. And this guy specifically, there's this one guy, this one corporate guy that comes down from time to time, and he's pretty cool. I can't say his name due to privacy reasons, but anyway. I think it is quite interesting that, people act like, we're supposed to be, oh, woe was me and stuff just because we have a disability. But when we do great things, when we even do the simplest thing, they act like it's just some, they act like it's the most craziest thing they've ever seen since sliced bread. Like, dude, I am literally doing what a normal person does on the day-to-day basis. Like, calm down. Like, guess what? How do you make a living? You work. That's what you do. You go to work. You make that dough. You make that money. The green. And you do it any way you can. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so tired of people acting like it's the craziest thing that someone like me can do, something like a normal person can do. I just find it that I'm not really that inspiring. I find it hard. Like, okay, I may have accomplished some cool stuff, I suppose, but I always feel like it's oh, well, wow, you're disabled and you can do that type of thing. maybe I'm wrong, but I find it hard to believe that there's anything inspiring about me. I mean, I smile all the time. It's what I do. And yet people are like, "Aww, she smiles all the time," and stuff like that. Guess what? So does everyone else, right? They smile unless, like, they're sad and they don't like their life. But that's about it. I mean, just be happy. Come on, people. I mean, I know I'm, like, considering what, me being kind of mad during the duration of this stream. Bye. But if we ignore that and focus on how I feel now, I feel so much better, by the way. People think that having a disability is so. Now, yes, it makes life more challenging, but it's like, it's not something that you can't just persevere through. Now, for some, it's harder. It depends on the disability. There's so many disabilities. Some are not as well known, while others are, some are well known. Lemony lemon. Lemony lim. Lemony lim. Lemon. What happened to Lavender? Where did Lavender go? I haven't heard from Lavender in forever. I miss her. I love Lavender. Yum! Food! Give me some. Right now. I'm just kidding. Exactly. Exactly. You're right. It shouldn't be. Just differently abled. I can do things that normal people can't. Like, I'm more in tune to sound. Now, it is a common misconception where if you lose a sense, somehow your other senses are enhanced or something like that. No, that is not inherently true. That is not true at all. Shoot, speaking of that, I think I'm gonna turn into Helen Keller if I don't stop listening to my favorite rock songs on full volume. Although, I don't know, they just went. They went bye-bye. They went gone. They just disappeared. Kaplooey. Also, I am getting notifications up my... Let's see, what is this? Oh, okay. What kind of hairless kitten was that? Oh, okay. Some person's video. You know, it is so interesting. I have talked to one of my good friends who I've met since I've been to the gym. We've been friends for like a couple months now, maybe 3 months. But anyway, I was telling her kind of the struggles I have while trying to talk to normal people, and one of them is definitely like, do people actually like me? And yes, I'm on YouTube, here on YouTube, and I kind of gripe a lot, and I'm sorry. I created 2 more new characters, Lime and Colt. Okay, so what is your story about? Where did all these like different characters come from? Why are they important? Like, what's the story behind them? I would love to. I should probably watch your videos instead of slacking. I don't know what kind of story you got going on, but it definitely fascinates me, the different characters you come up with. Like, I guess, are they sort of like, um, oh, hold on, I gotta see what you're saying. Oh yeah, okay, sorry. Back to my yapping stash. Lime. Is Lime mischievous? I would say that the backstory for Lime is, Lime, hey! Okay, I'm sorry. I'm getting back on track here. Okay, what was I even talking? Oh yeah, so the struggles I have with normal people, like specifically the gym staff, because I enjoy the gym staff, most of them. I'll be honest, I do have like literally one problem with a couple of them, and it's not really that big of a deal now, but it's something that definitely messes with me, because it's like I really want to like these people, because I mean, it's the gym staff, man. So these characters are based off of your family or friends that you know? Is that how you come up with all the characters? They're based off of people that you know? Somehow I'm having a really good hair day. I don't know how this is happening, but it's happening. I wonder what my hair looks like from the side. Hold on. I'm trying to get my... Let's see. I'm waiting for when I turn my head. I guess I don't. Check them out on my channel post. I will. I've done a lot of chores today. Oh my gosh, that's pretty. Okay, maybe I am doing a good job taking care of my hair. Maybe I'm doing it. I knew it was easier to manage, but I figured I wasn't doing a good enough job managing it. Maybe I just suck, you know? Listen, guys. I can admit that I do suck. If you're a really good YouTuber, you can admit things like that. Like, come on. Me? Awesome? No, not in the same sentence. Alright, anyway. I'm gonna go for now, y'all. And I will talk to y'all later. Bye-bye. Love y'all. Whoever subscribed to me, thank you.